Hello, everyone. It's Mary Jo Snyder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States, in upstate New York, in a town called Prattsburg, Pulteney. I'm right in the vicinity of both. So, anyway, I am here to share with you day 7 of the 12 Days of Christmas Retreat in a Box. And this one is so much fun, and I'm so excited to share this. It's one of my favorites. And although I could probably say that with every single card or project that I've shared with you throughout this series of events. So here we are. It is actually pre-recorded. We just went and got our Christmas tree. I'm very excited. I'm very tired. I went to retreat, and I also got to work with the Mountain Rose Farms yesterday at Penn Yan Starshine. It was a lot of fun. I had never been. It was cold, but it was so much fun, and I really enjoyed myself. So home from retreat, got all ready to go and went and got our Christmas tree at Bean Station Tree Farm in Prattsburg. And now the football games are on, and I'm going to lounge on the couch when I'm done here. But I wanted to do my video real quick so it would be available for you at 7 p.m. this evening, this December 7th, 2025. I really hope that you're enjoying every bit of this wonderful series of projects that I am sharing with you throughout the 12 days of Christmas. So let's go and get started. This one is a little bit more detailed, not too over the top, but it sure looks it when you're done with it. So let's get started. Thank you for being here, and thank you for catching the replay, everybody. All right, so we've got day number 7. I'm going to pull all this wonderful stuff out of our kit, and I can't remember if I cut all your pieces of designer series paper. I think I did, so that you would have them all and wouldn't have to worry about it. But if I didn't, the paper is 4 by a 1/2 inch, and you have various designs you can pick from. You can use reverse, whatever you want to do, because I'm going to show you what you're going to do with it. So you need, I know that I did the Secret Sea, Shaded Spruce, Cherry Cobbler. So you've got those 3 solids out of cardstock. And then you need 4 additional patterns, whatever you want to choose, that measure a 1/2 inch by 4 inches. So I'll let you go ahead and gather your paper, or I can't remember if I included it. So if I did, yay. If not, cut your strips down. You need 4 designer series paper, and you've got a piece of white here. We've got some ribbon that is in your awesome project kit. And the card base is Cherry Cobbler, and it opens like so. We have a die cut of the largest snowflake in the Elegant Pines. The pine... Snowflake pine something. I always forget the name of it. Why? I don't know. But it's from the Elegant Pine Suite, Snowflake Suite. And this is the largest of the snowflakes in the big solid. Obviously cuts out the entire center wherever you want to do that. So I am going to use this first. I'm going to flip this. You're going to have that little impression, and that's how you know this is the side you want to be your front. I'm going to flip this. I'm going to grab, which I meant to do prior to even starting, my adhesive that I grabbed off the table earlier, set it in my bag, brought it in here, and here we are once again. So let's go ahead and grab some tear and tape, because that's going to work just as good. I'm not going to worry about it. So you can use your seal or tear and tape. I'm going to just put some tear and tape right here, as well as right here on the back side of my card, kind of next to the snowflake. You may already know what I'm going to do. Now, with this, you have to be careful because you don't have a lot of wiggle room, but that's okay. I'm going to look at my sample, and I'm going to see how I did this. I'm going to set these aside, and we'll do our stamping after. The stamps you need, Sending Love and Joy, or you can use Season's Greetings, or whatever you choose to go on. Again, we're using one of these banner tags, okay? So I want to add, excuse me, I need to put some tape here as well. So I'm just kind of surrounding this area with adhesive so that it's all gonna stick. Like so. Pop these off. And I gotta get the right angle and go from there. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I know that I did. It was very nice at the retreat. So much that I would love to rent the space and have a retreat of my own. So that will be fun. Now I want my stripes to go this way. No, this way. And I'm just gonna add that there. If you find that you need more designer series paper, then go ahead and add that. Then I'm going to use this pattern. So I'm going to just cover and I'm going to layer and make sure I'm covering that section of the snowflake so it's all covered and no gaps. Then I want this piece. So I'm going to face the pine cones to the outside of the card. So I'm going to put this on the back side here. And then I'm going to grab a shaded spruce. Again, these strips are 4 inches by a 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to grab this pattern here, layer that right there. It looks like I have one more that I'm going to need. Honestly, I'm probably going to use both. So we've got, let's see. I think I did things backwards. Let's see the front of it. I did. I skipped a thing. But that's okay. We still have all these wonderful colors. I'm going to use this side. I probably should have started with a color up here versus, I should have put this one here, but you know what? I'm going to use that as filler. You can put them in any order you want. Just make sure that the pattern looks good together, right? And then what you do is come in with your paper snips and you're going to snip off any excess that's showing. Really super fun card layout and easy. So it almost looks like a quilt pattern in a sense. So there's that. And I will need one more strip of paper because I ended up using what I wanted to put on the inside. So let me find a scrap here. And it doesn't matter what it is. I just want to find one that's going to work for the inside of my card. That looks good. I want another piece that is 4 by a 1/2 inch. And my paper trimmer is right here. When you come home from retreat and you just toss everything in your craft room and ignore it like it's going to take care of itself, doesn't always work. All right, I'm just going to get that one other piece of designer series paper that I need. I'm going to cut that down to 4 inches or a straight edge. Another straight edge at the 1/2 inch mark, and then cut this to 4 inches. Okay, that's going to go on the inside of my card. I'm going to set that aside. We are going to, hopefully you're seeing everything I'm doing okay. I'm not working off the screen. I'm going to take some adhesive right there. So I'll grab my Tombow. And I'm going to make the frosted glass look. No, the snowflake part. Oh yeah, this got cold in my car. That's not good. There we go. I just needed to get the googers off. The glue googers. This is going to go on the inside, and this is a little shorter than what I need. So I'll just trim off the excess. Okay. So I'm going to wait for that to dry or get my adhesive scissors and I'll cut that. All right. Now that's for the inside of the card anyway, so set that aside. And put that aside. And now this is going to layer on top of your Secret C, and it's going to be flush to Secret C. So you can go ahead and grab your Tombow again or whatever glue you're using. Careful when you're doing that because you got gaps in between there. That is going to center. This is where I see where my mistake is right there. That's okay. It's going to center on there. This is going to get popped up. You see I have some white showing right there. Wonder if I can get in there and snip those off. Of course I can. Just a little bit of patience. All right. So I fixed that. Got glue everywhere. It's fine. Grab some dimensionals. The glue will dry and I can get it off with my adhesive eraser. So, dimensionals. One in the center, one in the corner. Do not adhere this to the card front yet because you have to put your ribbon on. And the ribbon is going to go to the lower portion of this section. So we are going to add, I'm going to have to use my tear and tape again. I really need to find my seal applicator. All right, put that there. I'm going to peel this off. At a craft retreat, I didn't even have my seal applicator, which is kind of funny. How do you craft without your seal? Well, I made it work. I used Tombow and I used tear and tape, and it was wonderful. It all worked out. Grab my ribbon scissors. See what I did there? I used adhesive to hold down both ends of that ribbon. So you've got that. We're going to peel this off. This is going to go on the top of our card, like so. Maybe. There we go, I think. There. So we've got that for the top. This is going to go on the inside. So I'm going to grab my Tombow again. I have to cut that piece off. So we're just going to come in and snip the overage. Open the inside of our card, and then we'll do our stamping. That's going to lay right there, centered, I hope. Best I can, like so. Pretty. And now we're going to finish it off with our sentiment and some gems. So let's get our sentiment and our tag and a piercing mat, which I'm not going to go dig for. And we're going to tap, 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 tap. Line that up on our tag. I love this sentiment, sending love and joy, because it can go to family, it can go to friends. Love it. All right, so that was Cherry Cobbler ink on your banner tag. This is gonna get dimensionals as well, now that I just put them away. And this is going to go right over that ribbon. And you kind of want the ribbon positioned underneath this part of the banner, like so. Okay, then you're going to grab some beautiful, of course, Cherry Cobbler. Seems to be my go-to with a lot of these projects. If I can get my hands on it. And we want one here, small one, and a big one. There is your finished card. And there you go. And you can see where I changed things up and kind of switched because these two colors are near each other. So I had the black background up here, but it was no big deal. It turned out nice. I love it very much. So, and on the inside of the other one, again, I got glue everywhere. I used that piece. So you can use whatever scraps you have that makes sense to you with the inside of the card. It just ties it all together. So again, thank you so much for being a part of my 12 Days of Christmas. And I will see you again Monday at 7 p.m., Monday, December 8th. We're already on day 8. How does that happen? I don't know. I just said that the other day, right? All right, mini Stampin' Blessings, and I will see you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here in my craft studio. And until then, mini Stampin' Blessings, have a wonderful Sunday evening. Bye for now.